Namaste, Galactic family. Welcome back to my channel, IndigoAngel. Come on into this dimension, guys. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and comment and share this video so that way others can find out about this very interesting message today. I did wake up this morning and was getting a lot of messages from you guys, comments on my videos. Emails were being sent to me. Some people were even text messaging me maybe around, I would say 9 o'clock this morning, letting me know that the Georgia Guidestones had been damaged in a bomb attack. Apparently this happened sometime early in the morning, maybe like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. The mysterious Georgia Guidestones have sustained significant damage after an apparent bomb attack. Residents reported hearing a thunderous explosion near their location around 4 a.m. They're suggesting that somebody used an explosive device to damage the pillars. Well, what do you know, guys? The pillars. I got to looking at this and thinking, which corner is it? So this is the remote view picture that I used when I was doing the remote view on Georgia Guidestones. This is all labeled correctly according to the correct direction correlation as well. So the stone that was blown up was actually the Swahili and the Hindi stone, pointing in the southeast direction, which is interesting because so if it's this stone here, the oppositional stone to that is the Russian Chinese stone. So that may be giving us some indicator in terms of the quantum collective forces that may be behind some of this activity energetically. I do think it is quite precarious and in alignment synchronistically to the activation of CERN and the Large Hadron Collider. So that's really interesting, you guys, that all of this is kind of happening right at the same time. We did have that high Syrian energy, right, that was coming through a Syrian portal yesterday. We were at the height of the Syrian portal on 4th of July. So it's interesting that all of this kind of came through on the 5th and now on the 6th. So it's on the 5th with CERN and now on the 6th with the Georgia Guidestones. So this is a really highly activated time. And I told you guys, the Syrian sun is very exposing of light and dark. And I talked about that the other day on the other video that I put out, how it really exposes what's going on with Sirius B and all of the more negative, nefarious agendas that are associated to Sirius B. So even though Sirius A brings through this high divine, feminine, loving, nurturing energy that I've been really riding off of, to be honest with you, but then also comes in with this underlying exposing of corruption as well. So I want to just look at and show you guys some of the videos that I put out on this. So if anyone wants to go check these out just to help fill them in on the Georgia Guidestones from a more psychically investigated position, you would want to go check out my energy update from the Georgia Guidestones, astral warfare, nuclear portals, because that's what's there, guys. That's what energetically is underneath those stones. And I also have the cosmic grid update. Georgia Guidestones run the Aquila complex. So this one, I really go into the underground military industrial complex that's running there due to the Georgia Guidestones. Really fascinating. This is the remote view that I did, explaining and defining all of the energy mechanics of what I was seeing here with the Georgia Guidestones. And then also these two videos here, I basically kind of reiterated that information in an interview with Rex Bear from Leak Project. So go check those out. I have covered the Georgia Guidestones most extensively. You know, it's really interesting because I was just doing some powerful grid work at this location And I'm talking powerful. I mean, I did a portal collapse and close. I sat there and I collapsed down all nefarious portals 3 months ago. I did go there with the intention to close down any anti-life energy that was here. And I went to clear the alien implant technology. So I was doing grid extraction at this location from all of the harmful alien portals, all of the alien mind control, the master slave implants, the war and killing, the spiritual betrayal, the imposed genocide, depopulation, ethnic cleansing, slave trades, cannibalism, vampirism. I mean, just I could go on and on. Ritual sacrifice up there. That's what they did. That capstone up there at the top of that's they did and performed the ritual sacrifice. They found actual bloodstains on top of that capstone. That's where the crime families initiated and were ritualizing to open portals in these stones. So this is a portal, you guys. Has this completely collapsed this portal down? It's taken out one of the pillars. This is also symbolic of the 4 pillars running inside the Earth's body as well. So it really makes me wonder if on a quantum level, this isn't going deeper into the planetary spiritual bodies, going into the spiritual structures of the Earth. So yeah, there is a lot that I think this is the reason why this came through. There's a lot of collapsing down of the control system templates, okay, that are control system templates to the unconscious that are guiding genocide, sterilization, creation, fracking. Okay, so it's closing down those unconscious portals, waking more people up, bringing forward a deeper clearing. And that's really what I'm kind of seeing is going here. Keep in mind, there are a lot of connecting energetic facets to the Georgia Guidestones. This is interlinked energetically to Stonehenge. So one thing that I see collapsing down here with its energetic links to Stonehenge would be more of the Nephilim control centers are collapsing and closing down. It's also really connected to the Rock Eagle effigy mound in Georgia, all of the military industrial complexes, several interlinking locations. It's basically interconnected to sites energetically globally all over the world. It's a time portal. It's a time portal where timelines, locations, they merge in the astral, causal, etheric, and ketheric fields. And what I had been seeing there when I was there, so this is all kind of coming back to me again because I'm refreshing it. I actually wasn't prepared to put this video out, but I'm just jumping on to put something out because I feel like this is important. But now that I'm recalling it, I was intuitively seeing that it was pulling frequencies from the lower astral 1D and 2D fields in the Earth's planes and the inner Earth. Okay. And it was churning points of transduction from the hijacked rod and staff. So that's why I'm telling you why I feel like this also has something to do with the inner Earth pillar, one of the inner Earth pillars. This also has a lot to do with the connection sites in the astral field that have tears and rips in the space-time continuums. This was pulling in a lot of fragmented souls, a lot of quantum space dust souls, a lot of death screen trapped souls in the Bartle planes, souls that have been blown away by major trauma and trigger events in the Earth's memory fields. So I would say those would be collapsing down as some of those rips in the space-time continuum that were allowing in fragmented souls. Remember, all of this, you guys, was connected to World War II, Germany, Poland, basically space-time continuum souls that were wearing etheric and yellow badges. Okay, and they were marked in their astral bodies for tagging. I've been talking a lot about tags lately. Just did that Lemurian regression where talking about removing some more serious tags that are affecting the feminine design, rape tags, okay, sexual misery tags. Men have sexual misery tags, all these things, tags in your astral body that make you, in the spiritual sense, in the unconscious sense, in the primal sense, a big target. So if you could basically pull down the veil, you have targets, okay, that mark you for attack in the astral. So this connection here is, from what the Georgia Guidestones is connected to, is tagging and going after people who are marked with the yellow badges. So it's some really interesting stuff. I was seeing that the portals were connected to war grids, the World War Z grids. So the operations with Russia and Ukraine, 9/11 gate sites, all nuclear disaster sites. Okay, so I would really pay attention news-wise for what's going to be going on at some of these nuclear sites. I feel the nuclear energy and how that's maybe connected to CERN at this time. All of this is a factor in this bombing event here at the Georgia Guidestones. Keep an eye on Chernobyl. Keep an eye on what's going on at Fukushima. Okay. These are detrimental frequencies to mankind's outcome. And I know all of this sounds really intense and a lot of it sounds really, really, really dark. But these types of darknesses, they do actually need to be removed from the consciousness grid. Okay, these forms of consciousness in the grid, holding patterns of miasma locked in place, are what feed a nefarious form of plasma that energetically recharges itself at devastation sites. Okay, that's what this is feeding. It's a death current. It's an underworld current, and it's always been connected to the anti-life architecture. It's always been connected to genocide and population control. So it's really, I don't want to sit here and throw a celebration party or anything, because I don't condone, violence and tyranny or anything like this. But this really does have a lot to do, I think, in terms of waking more people up and closing down more of the dark energy that's connected here in the dark portals. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, what this means. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more intel coming out about this as time unfolds and kind of reveals to all of us more of what's going on with this. But I wanted to cover it. Be sure, like I said, guys, go check out the videos that I put out on this, the energy update, Georgia Guidestones. I really covered all of this stuff more extensively than I had time to cover in this video today. But this means something. And it really means something. The fact that this happened at the same time that the CERN Hadron Collider was activated. Okay, that's really strange, guys. I'm picking up that there could have been directed energy weaponization that's actually aimed towards this from CERN. Something has come through CERN, something that is energetically connected through nuclear radiation. As I told you guys, when I did that remote view, I was seeing pools of nuclear radiation up underneath the Georgia Guidestones. So law of attraction, and the merciful wills of spiritual sources that are playing out in the shadow collective body of the earth, larger living life forms in the shadow collective body of the earth that have minds of their own. Okay, they're not human because they are higher minds that exist here that don't need a body. Okay, and they play out in the undercurrents of the shadow of humanity. And that's kind of what I feel like has a huge hand in a lot of this. So Yeah, we'll stay posted with this intel, this information, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Keep me up to date in the comments. Thank you all so much.